Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is a happy Thursday. I hope you guys had a fantastic night of sleep, and here we are for another brand new trading day. Looking forward to it. Let's get started. We got stocks rallied yesterday with all the major indexes closing out the session higher. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite saw their best day since February. The broad market index advanced 1.58% to finish at 5,522.30 points, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq jumped 2.64% to close at 17,599.40. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 0.24% to end the session at 40,842.79. At session highs, the Dow jumped 1.1%, and the S&P and Nasdaq saw gains of 2.1 and 3.2% respectively. Mega cap tech names made a comeback during Wednesday's trading session, with Nvidia posting its best day since February 22nd after advancing 12.8%. Others such as Apple, Meta Platforms, and Amazon were also higher. So that is what we got here this morning in terms of news. All right. Pre-market, relatively a little bit softer. There's just this week's been interesting. We've just been having like top two names really mainly to focus on. We don't really have a lot of like 5, 6 names running left and right, which actually, I kind of prefer. I don't mind because, it's just easier to just leave the same stocks up and not have to like flip back and forth on these new stocks. So what that means is, we're not seeing, really like several crazy news plays, and that's fine as long as we have 1 or 2 names and the herd is over there. Then I think we could just focus on those and go for it. So BBLG, let's get into it. This is the #1 gainer. Stock's up 68%, and this is a low flow at 1 million of float. So nice float. Good volatility here. 70% is the mark right now. So we got probably the day traders want that 100% mark, right? So we still have 30% more to go into the 100%, and then see if it's going to sell off into 100% or if it's going to hold 100% and continue to go from there. USA Medical Device Company. It's actually it's actually under 1 million flow. So this is even lower flow than I expected. So it's a micro flow. There is, however, no news this morning on Mr. BBLG. All right. But overall volume has traded already 27 million in volume. On average, it trades at just a hair below 1 million. So it definitely has 10x its average volume. So there is definitely some momentum. I mean, a lot of attention here this morning. So right now, making nice higher lows, higher highs, continuing that pattern, riding the 10 and 25 EMA. It has dipped as low as between the 89 to 200 EMA today. So I do think the Hero EMA today is going to be more towards that 89 to 200 EMA. Obviously, I'd rather be more safe than sorry. So if this ends up cracking the what's it called, the uptrend here, which looks great right now, just following this beautiful high lows and higher high pattern. As long as we're doing that, then I'll be happy to continue to trade this. But if it does pull back, I would not buy the 25 or the 50 EMA. I want to see this thing re-entry back at the same area here at the first entry at 40 area here, right? And then by that time the 200 EMA should be there. So that is what my expectations are. If it does dip, that's the area. But right now, you shouldn't be expecting a dip because you got 5 minutes. So this is going to be the up, 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 up. Right now running into the market opening, and then we'll go from there. So here's a new high of day here on BBLG. Stocks up now 73%. All right, let's move on to the next stock here. RDHL, top second gainer, another great trade of the morning. Pretty much. Personally, I only traded BBLG and RDHL so far, so have been successful. 2 trades this morning. Great start to the day. Micro penny stock, obviously. So, we got a nice entry at this 50-cent breakout and ran all the way up to 67 cents. So congratulations if you guys caught this big move. This was the best move here this morning. And then after that, you could use the same 50 cents for those that woke up a little late. That's fine. Use that 50 cents as your support. Buy back in at 50 cents. Put a limit order at 50 cents. Put a limit buy, and then boom, 50 cents, and then ran back all the way up to 64 cents. Okay. And you always kind of want to expect a little bit sell before that, previous high. So just in case it does like a lower high. But either way, back down here to 55. there's a resistance line at 57 here on RDHL. So if you are interested in RDHL, and then I would look for that 57 cent break. So that would be probably my next area right now. Obviously 50 cent being the next support level. If it ever comes back down there, that'll be a great area again. But other than that, 57 resistance, 50 support. Got some big opportunities here on RDHL today if we can break through that, since we got the PM high all the way up there. And if you look at the RDHL and daily chart, I mean, still has some more room to run here. So besides that, just looking into this company, this is there is a press release this morning on this one. So let's take a look at what the press release headline stated. It is saying that the newly published positive phase 3 data demonstrated 64% increased efficacy with RedHill's RHB-104 in Crohn's disease. Okay, so sounds like positive news to me. 31 million float is mid float, so not the craziest little float that's just gonna pop out of its hole. It's gonna, I think I like the float. 31 is not too bad. It's not too high, not too low. However, this is an Israel healthcare company. So with these Israel companies, they could pull some nasty little things at the end of the day, or midday, in terms of like offerings. So check the filings. Obviously they are negative in cash, but in terms of offering, not too sure if it's going to be happening today or not, but just be on the lookout. I mean, it's a micro penny stock status, so I wouldn't think they would drop an offering today. But anyways, market's going to open up in 2 minutes. That's about it for this guy. Let's move forward here. I got NRSN next. Where is it? Was up there for a second. NRSN, this one is currently trading at 85 cents, looking for that $1 break. So it looks like it came up to $1, got rejected there. So I mean, if it ever gets that re-break here, I have another line at 88, that'd be a better entry, and then go for $1, sell into it and hold some of the shares, and then see if it's going to build $1 for a $1 breakout to that pre-market high, all the way up to $1.21. So this one is relatively low flow. Looks like it's listed at 13 million flow. Always want to double check here with Finviz as well. But NRSN, yeah, just lacking volume right now. So that's why it's not really up on the gainers list. But Israel Biotech Company, 13 million flow, which is correct, and announced positive biomarker data from ALS phase 2B clinical trial. So we had that headline there. But other than that, market's going to open up in a few seconds here. Really, mainly, I think BBLG and RDHL is your top two watch. So let's just kind of put BBLG here on the watch for now into the market opening. Other two stocks I have is IMRX and BFI. As we go down further to the watch list here, they're not really my favorites, but we'll be looking out for some volume on those names. All right, here we go. Markets open. Ding ding dong. So okay, BBLG right now taking a dip again, up, short window right now, fade. Best entry would be, again, like I said, support at the previous breakout. 200 right now is at 328. So you want to make sure this thing by that time comes up forward towards 340. Like I said, RDHL 57 is going to be the re-break area there. Or that's not a re-break, but 57, yeah, candle break line next. So 57 and then a 60, scale into 60, and then room all the way up to 70 cents from there. But let me pull up RDHL here as well. Just made a new high today from that 57 field. So if you were listening in on the watch list time here on RDHL for the 57, just got a nice breakout to 61 now. So like I said, 50, 57 this line, and then got a line all the way up to what? Pre-market high, which is like that, what, 67 area? We got an up pulse showing at 74 cents right now on the Mr. RDHL. It's not too late here if we can get that 60 cents out of the way here as well. So now you do want to see this thing breaking through that 60 cent mark here, right? And get that continuation. You need to build 60, 63, 60 pre-market high, 70 cents. Nice higher lows and higher highs is not what you want. Now, market opening, top, golden cross. If you looked at that, that was a perfect area there. Now we need to establish support at 60 cents. For my futures traders NQ, I gave you guys the line to make sure that it continues here. But right now we cracked, we're below it. And obviously it's got a death cross right there at 905. So you should not have gone green, or excuse me, long when the death cross happens. Look at that. Red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. Nothing but drop. 75-cent up on RDHL. Right now, it seems like the pink dev line is going to be your support. So watch for that and then see if it's going to bounce back up towards that 14 EMA and then see another sell off from there. NQ is still, though, holding 40 points for the day. So overall, my conditions opening, in the green at the moment. So we'll keep an eye. 60-cent support still good now on RDHL, looking good. And 10 EMA now cross above the VWAP. So okay, back down to 60 cents. There's a little VWAP, just a hair below 60 cents as well as those team 10 EMA. But right now, after hitting the first PT all the way up to the 63, we're getting a pullback. Right now, most stocks are pulling back, so don't freak out. It's just after a nice run, they need a pullback at market opening. That's why we want to take advantage of the pre-market and then wait for that nice pullback down to the what? Well, with RDHL, look at where we started, 50 cents. That's going to be your support. So we don't need to be guessing around and maybe we should buy it to 55, 54, 50, Right now, 200 is around 53. So it might try to hold between the 50 to 53, but we'll see. Other than that, right now, BBLG is pulling back down to that 340 area. The previous breakout point is now our support dip zone. So once again, another potential opportunity level here for a reversal. But unfortunately, right now, the 10 EMA did cross just a hair below the 50 here on BBLG. So let's wait it out and see if this kind of starts establishing support at 340 here or not. Looks like VFI dropping down, so we're not going to trade that. NRSN, the little VWAP, we're going to have to wait for that. NQ did pop up towards 14 EMA, just a hair below it, looks like. So still looking like it's trying to work. It got to the oversold territory, so this was a great dip zone area where also the deviation one line was. So that was your clear support bounce pop. And now you have to wait to see this candle to see if it's going to hold a higher low here. You don't want to see another lower low. IMRX missed that VWAP roll. Resistance 180. Right now, IMRX seems to be getting some juice. So we'll keep an eye on this IMRX at the moment. I wouldn't be chasing it now on IMRX. But stock's up only 50%, so still has good potential. Just got to get through the 170s now. 197 up pull. I want to see this thing pulling back down to 10 EMA and VWAP level there. So that's going to be around low 160s. A lot of death crosses happening except for this one right now.
LTH, 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 EVGO. Hurrah, hurrah.
A little slow start at the market opening, but that's okay. We'll just be a little bit more patient and see the next opportunity area. I would go for BBLG for a rebreak of 340. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna wait until it actually turns into support because the death cross happened. So that 200 EMA could crack most likely and then drop all the way down to 288, like a little bit below $3. That's where the 500 EMA is at. So I'm a little bit skeptical right now on those. Same thing with RDHL. So we might need to wait until they drop all the way down to the low floor EMA support levels. Okay, so now we're getting a pullback here. Ideally, 153 area would be a good entry back, but we're not tested back to 25 EMA around 156. Breakout line will be 165 that I like to use later here. So I think IMRX right now could be the next, nice play if we can get this thing continuing to rip. That is. So like I said, I want to see that pull back down to the 10 EMA. And here we're back at 1025 EMA, and now we want to see if it's going to be able to kind of see the buyers coming back in. And then my breakout line would be the 165 candle break line here. So NQ just hit the 14 EMA finally. There it is. Okay, so the biggest thing I see for a lot of folks that do good in trading, but they ruin it just right before they can, like they're doing great, and then like here's the thing: when you're on a winning streak, you're so used to it, and then when that red day happens, you get so frustrated because you want to keep that win streak that at that point that's the big testing moment for you. That's when you need to learn to actually cool off. But you don't cool off and you actually double down, and then you get tilted and you just smash the button. That's when you start seeing some nasty losses. So when you have been consistent and taking those nice consistent, it may not be that the biggest gains, but if you've been taking consistent gains, that's good. You need to just focus on keeping that up. And then when you see a position going against you on the day and you start seeing some red, you need to cool off and learn to take the small loss instead of doubling down and going in more position size than you normally would go. Remember, you go in those big positions when all the stars align, guys, and and you're feeling confident, right? You don't go all in just because you're frustrated. That's the worst thing you can do. The revenge trading, right? So, I wanted to share that with you as a reminder in case you might be potentially facing that challenge. If not today, then later. In the days, it's gonna come. The testing will come. 165 coming back up here. 165 is the line here now. We got 195 up pulse showing on IMRX. This one definitely has a little bit of this spark a little bit that wants it, but again, I need the 165 out of the way here. And I don't mean just a little wick. I need this thing to start popping. Look at the clock. We got 30 seconds on this candle. And the good thing is we don't have a lot of competitors right now. So this could be the one right now. This is the best one that I see right now. It's a top second gainer. We just need this 165 closing the next 15 seconds. Everything else is on a death cross. Maybe BBLG might try to pop up. Still holding 340, but I need to wait for one more candle on that one to close above, and then we could look for it. Right now, IMRX is looking the best. So we're focusing on here right now, 195 I'll pull. I like that look there. I want to see a new high of day and get a call out from Holly here in the next few minutes. Seconds will be more preferable, but looking good. Buyers are coming in. 165. We got this candle, new candle. Preferably we need one more candle to close above 165 here. NQ, we got a 14 EMA test, and then breaking into now the VWAP, and then VWAP to we got remote up to this upper trend line here, by the way. All right, IMRX back to 165 right now. See how we're not getting that full body candle just closing just yet. We need to close above 165. We got a little bit of double top there just now at 172. So it's okay. We're still riding above all indicators. 10 EMA cross above VWAP, and I like it. We just need this spark continuing.
ASTL.
70s now. I like that. That's good. Let's get it out of the way. Let's keep building higher lows and higher highs. 10 EMA is about to cross above the VWAP. That's good. NQ, very nice pop. This was a very good long opportunity right there at the oversold territory to go reverse. Okay, 175 just hit. Locking some in just in case that 175 doesn't break. And then 175 breaks, we can go forward towards $2. But always lock something in because 175s are known as, you know, psychological resistance. Any 70.75s. Particularly, I like the every 25-cent rule. But 175 clear, and then we should see a new high of day towards $2. We got up pulp now showing at 199. Remember, the support is at 165, so look at the candlesticks. They're still building higher lows. It might dip down a VWAP one more time, but still holding the 10 EMA right now. So now, meanwhile, we do have RDHL still that might potentially do like a golden cross. So just be on the lookout for that. And Q coming up towards that upper trend line. Looks pretty juicy line to start locking in soon. IMRX is still good. Don't freak out. Look at the support. Body's still holding above.
Yes. MTR, MTR, MTDR.
We got Doji in a flat green here. It's got a great opportunity. We got to spike up. I say this is the candle. We got to go, man. Come on now. We don't. I don't really want to see another Doji. Well, you got to uphold now 201. Nothing else right now at the moment. IMRX still the number one watch and play. 201 uphold on IMRX. 203 uphold. So we're just taking a sweet time here to try to break that 175. Like I said, not a bad idea too. Just in case, lock in and then hold the rest. And then set a stop below that support level. If you set a 1 cent stop loss order below that support, that's not smart because if you look at the VWAP, VWAP's right there. And so you don't want to sell into the VWAP. It bounced off the VWAP. So look at the indicators as well. We're having trouble here, guys. I'm not really we gotta really somebody's gotta push this up here. We're losing time where we need to go soon. So don't be sitting here doing nothing, don't have any stops. We need to set ourselves and be prepared. By the way, NQ just got into this trend line here. So if you ended up selling off, that was a smart area there, and then also short area there, a quick drop. And right now I would wait for the next candle since you only got 1 minute and like 15 seconds left on that candle. If this area starts closing above this line, you got the pink dev line and pink dev line, obviously to those lines up there. But right now my focus is IMRX, but it's not looking too good because it's taking too long. So I would just now make sure you locked in most of the majority of your gains and then get out once the support cracks or set stop. So right now VWAP back down to VWAP again. It seems like BBLG and RDHL is trying to regain their control. So we're gonna move on now to BBLG and RDHL because BBLG 3.40 line and then RDHL 0.57 line. Okay. So when I give you those lines, you need to start looking for the Higinashi to what? Close above. IMRX just got a doji and a what? Flat top red there. So it's got like 13 seconds to somehow magically close back up, but back down to the 165 level. Next candle opens below 165. This will be going all the way down to the 150s. So the only thing about IMRX is, really don't have a whole lot of I mean, it's holding up. It's not like IMRX is up that much from where it was at the bottom. So, this isn't like the stock that I would be like too like crazy about. But I mean, right now it's cracking below those lines. So, BBLG and RDHL. Right now I'm gonna be focusing more on RDHL since we're breaking the alert here. 57, another great area again, just the same old line, 57 to 60, 60, and then we want to see that thing going all the way up to 70 cents. All right, so this candle, like I said, now we got another big fat rejection, beautiful drop. Okay, so right now we just got to 60, we got clear 60, and then we got 71 cent up on RDHL. This is what I'm talking about. As day traders, you need to learn to quickly assess and move on. No feelings attached, these aren't your best friends, they're not your little buddies, Okay, so RDHL. 0.60 next breakout. And then you got a 0.72 uphold. BBLG is also kind of trying. I would personally on BBLG rather wait for a golden cross like RDHL. RDHL got the golden cross. So like RDHL got the golden cross, FYI. And then BBLG, I would wait for the golden cross confirmation personally. Okay. Some of you guys might want to try again at 340, but I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather wait for the golden cross confirmation. I want you to tell yourself every day that you have the capability to make green day every day. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, you come to the training session, you need to tell yourself, I have the capability to win every day. You do, folks. Stop listening to these other losers online. All right, no offense to them about, oh, there's got to be a losing day. Yes, it could happen, but that's not the right mindset. That's not the right attitude. Wait, you have the capability. Everyone in here does. All you got to do is follow the roadmap, be disciplined, and follow all the rules as much as you can. Okay. So every time you wake up, you have the capability, you have the power to make green day every day. Now, if you don't get a green day on, let's say today, simply look at that as a lesson and do better the next day. Just don't be that trader that buries his head on the sand and tells himself or herself that I can't do this. Talks the way out of it. You're talking your way out of your dreams, folks. This stuff is real. Look at the gains that's possible here. 74-cent up halt. They moved it up. They moved it up. Don't be an ostrich. Yeah, that's a great animal example of what I just said. Ostrich. Don't be an ostrich. Okay, so we got 74 up halt, 75 up halt. So yeah, I mean, we're getting that juice here. Okay, so as we build the higher lows, we were just riding the 10 EMA. So now our best friend's 10 EMA. So if it does pull back, always look at the 10 EMA and then kind of gauge where that next support line is going to be. So previous resistance 60 cents. Now our support, the higher the 10 EMA gets above, the better. And that way we can continue on this beautiful trend. Always also take a look at the RSI once in a while too. You know, we're at 65, which isn't too bad, but you know, you also want to look at just in general where this stock, every stock has their RSI levels that they hit before that reversal happens. So back down to the 60-cent level here. That's a 10 EMA. The VWAP's also just a hair below there as well. So buyers are going to try to bounce off that. We've seen this many times. So, you know, that's what's going on. So buyers came back in. Maybe they were waiting there, had a limit order. The only thing is right now I got a little bit of a doji. Not the best looking doji, but I think we're still fine. We need to close this. I really want this candle to be moving back up to a high of the day here, and or better to new high of the day. So we got about 40 seconds on this candle. Still good. Bounced off the 10 EMA. That's the support, or the 60 cent as well. 60 to 63 coming up. 63 to, 67 to 70. 76 up halt, new high of the day. Beautiful. Got a little wick up there so far. People are excited. It's up 65%. Would be nice to see 100% today, right? The only thing that you have to keep in mind, though, is we don't have a single 100% runner today, folks. On the gainers list, if you look at it, the highest is RDHL right now. We had almost 100% run on, I think we had one point right on the, what was it? Was it BBLG or something? Forgot one stock we were up almost 100%, right? But right now, if you're just in general, you know, RDHL could be our first 100% runner today. Now they moved it up to 77-cent up halt, so you are looking great. 77 up halt now. So what does that also mean? Well, start moving up your stops because 10 EMA is going to move up as well over time as the momentum continues to pour up and the upper trend. Higher lows, higher highs. 77 up halt showing. Come on, baby. Come on, let's get a new high day here. Let's get back to the pre-market high and break through that at least.
Yes, that.
Okay, we got a little bit of double top here. We might pull back down one more time to 10 EMA, but I really rather not. I'd rather see this thing go for another pop. But if you look at the previous candle, previously at 954, same thing had happened. So maybe pay attention to that same pattern there as well. Double top, pulls back, gets a doji and the pop. But we got new candle now. Still good. Nice higher lows. Not a single red candle yet. So I'm still confident for more. 66, that's good. Should be coming up to the 67 pre-market high. Personally, I'm not really going in big position sizes relatively this week just because I didn't really see huge amount of that. I don't know, sometimes I get this vibe. You can see that, you know, it's all lots of micro penny stocks, so I'm not really too keen of getting it too big. So, you know, just be smart and be play with something that you're comfortable with. You don't always have to be so aggressive every day or every week. Okay, so I think right now we're getting a little sell-off before the pre-market high. We want to confirm that PM high break, and then we should see the 70 cents areas because the up pulse constantly moving up. We're at 78 now. And one thing I like about, like I said, RDHL is this is not like a 10 million float or, you know, under 1 million float. This is a 30 million float. So that's why, you know, overall, you're not going to see that some, I mean, you could, but like if there's a significant sell, but right now, overall, you can see it's a pretty steady because it's a 30 million float, like steady mover. It's not like seeing this just going straight down to 50 cents unless, you know, an offering ever came out, but that's just not, most likely not going to happen. BBLG, yeah, I mean, you know, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it got the death cross into the market opening. Like, the chances are very low. That's why I don't care about the 340. I want the golden cross confirmation, and the golden cross didn't happen. Now it's making a lower low, so it's gonna go all the way down to 500 EMA. That's how you quickly like. That's such a way better smart trader prediction. You know, because of this and this and that. That's the what's gonna happen is what you need to come up with your own analysis, and then you stick to it. You know, there's a lot of traders that just go with their feelings, right? They're like, oh, I think it's just going to drop. And then we ask them why, and then they don't have an explanation. They just think so because it went up so much that it has to come down now. That's not a very good, that's kind of dumb. You can't just go based off because it's so high, it's got to come down. We have plenty of stock that is so high that continues to blow up. That's exactly how short traders, short sellers blow their accounts because they think it's going to come, it's got to come down and then it just gets constant rip. And then they can't survive that further run up and then, you know, so anyways. Just FYI, IMRX did come all the way down to the 500 EMA. Did test down to 500 on the one, so be on the lookout for a reversal. Only thing is, watch the 10 EMA slash plus 50 EMA cross because the 10 EMA is just kind of like flat line between like literally at the 50 EMA. So it's either gets the golden cross and moves up here, or it's gonna be a death cross, and then this will most likely, you know, that death cross happens is probably gonna crack the 50. What is it, 152 low of the day, and then just sewer down. And it's just no one's gonna care about that stock anymore, probably. So because there's no news on that one either. So you just yeah, you need a story to sell, right? When a stock is so beaten down, what's the story? The story is, well, you're gonna call your favorite pumper and say, "Hey, help me with this side." That's what most people do. You know how many messages I get? It's like, "Hey, bro, I know you got a following. Why don't you just go and mention this stock and it will pop?" That's, you know, that's not how you should, you know, rely on, you need to be looking at these charts and look at the overall, okay, like it's very common sense, like, right? What's the purpose of these companies? Companies are trying to get their stock price up. Come on, like, but it's also timing, right? It's like, and not only that, it's that these are not like Amazon companies where, hey, go ahead, shareholders, hold and buy, and you can sell and hold and continue, revenue growth and all this great, beautiful companies that continue to grow, but these are small caps. They're on the, we're just day trading. That's why it's called day trading. Like we're in and out before the end of the day. That's the max. Looks like NQ is not giving up. It's constantly bouncing off. And the good news, you got a golden cross here. So we're probably going to see a higher high here. We're going to probably break above this pink deadline the way this is going, because it's making higher lows. And then what? Well, looks like it's going to be a higher high with the golden cross happening here. But it is a little tough area, I would say, because, so far you've seen nothing but wicks. So most likely, in my opinion, there's going to be probably a higher high, but it'll probably end up being a wick like this. So the point of it is just to lock in every time it pops up into those areas. And that's just the best thing you can do. It's just so these are tough resistance lines, and we might not even get a higher high at this rate. Now the support line is going to be here. So the 19,625 line, you want to use that as your now the 5-minute body support. Right now on RDHL, I mean, we're still holding like the 10 EMA, but no clear well, now we're about to see this thing potentially go down because there's a doji and a flat top unless this pops back up. So we still got 50 seconds. So watch here closely. 60 cent is still your bottom support, I say. So this needs to pop above 63 now. In the next 30 seconds. We need to close above 63 in the next 30 seconds. All right. 0.63 needs to close in the next, what now, 20 seconds? So if it does not close above, we need to reassess. But right now, the ask is at 63. The bid's now back at 63. So that they're trying 15 seconds. The wicks below the 10 EMA sort of is higher low. So the next candle that goes below that cracks the pattern at the higher low is when you need to get out. All right, we got the next candle. Overall, we close above 63, and now we need to bounce here. This is the candle we need to go. Make us a new high of day, sweetheart. Come on. And there it is, new high of day. RDHL, did you guys see and hear that? See, these are like the blues clues you need to look for. And when you see that happening, you gotta tap it. You gotta slap it. That's what it is. That's what the slap means. Slap it. Slap a doodle doo. All right, so 67. Now 67 is obviously the PM high resistance, and so we need to build that support. New high today on RDHL. 0.67 PM high needs to now become support. So continue the higher lows. These are all the things we need to look for. And the whole up is now showing at 79. Uphold showing. However, big resistance there, and we're getting a big sell-off. So no more for now. Back down to support level. So hopefully we're locking in towards that 67 and not buying into 67, because 67 is the resistance. Like I said, 67 PM high needs to become support. Did it become support? No. So that was a big sell-off there, and shorts came in as well. Now NQ, we cracked this line, so that's that. What is that? Well, the body opened below that. That's a short. That's a bye-bye birdie now. Even though the golden cross did happen, looks like it's gonna get a big pullback down to 200 EMA. So we'll see the next 3 minutes and 15 seconds for the next candle to see if it's going to be still above the 50 EMA or not. Most likely it's probably going to be below back again on that. But overall, PT hit across the board here this morning with the major plays. Now that RDHL is pulling back now, we can turn our attention on some of these other names that were on our watch list, like, so for example, BBLG, right? Because BBLG has been one of the top gainers. It's literally neck to neck between that and RDHL. So now that RDHL kind of died off, people are panicking. We can look for BBLG opportunity here back at 340. That's now where the VWAP resides, around that level. So that could be nice, where we need to look for a VWAP roll. Pop to the VWAP, back to the VWAP support, and bounce off the VWAP. So this is what I mean. In case this happens, guys, this is why we need to do what? Move the stops higher. So it protects those gains, and you're still coming out regardless of if it drops or not. You're coming out in the profit. And that's all that matters. Okay. At the end of the day, your job is to what? I mean, your job is to try to get that green. Okay. What else is going on here? Scott saying BBLG is building high or low a little bit on BBLG. Testing downtrend line. It is. VWAP test. Right now, we need to get the VWAP roll. Again, just a general basic rule. Look for stocks that are above VWAP. Right now, it's below VWAP. Look for, set up an alarm for any stocks that are approaching VWAP, so you can look for a VWAP roll and get ready for that. But right now, we're getting rejected in the downtrend line here on BBLG. Let me pull back BBLG real quick. At this rate, you got back to 57 support. It needs to re-break 67 if you want that. This 57 cracks, forget about the 200. Probably is going to go all the way back down to near that 50 cents, just like had the market open right there. So, BBLG. Let's see. Yeah, no, that BBLG is just still at death cross, unfortunately. So, in my opinion, it's going to just drop here. BBLG still at death cross. I mean, it's actually right at the crossroads, but I just don't see it happening right now. It's just right at that 200 EMA. So miracle buyer needs to come in stuff. So this candle is important, I say, because it will determine bounce / reversal or drop all the way down to the 500 to 1. So assess and make a decision from there. Don't just be like, well, I'm assuming it's a great buy now. Why? Because, well, David just pulled back so much. It can't get any lower. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. I mean, all these other stocks came all the way down to 500 EMA and below. Why wouldn't you think BBLG can't do that? Now, let's see what the hero EMA for this guy was at. So meaning, what was the lowest point? Well, the lowest point was 200 EMA, and we're cracking below 200 EMA. So what does that mean? Yeah, we're going to go all the way down to 500. That's probably what's going to happen. The Heikin Ashi starts closing below. It's going to follow a period of lower highs and lower lows. IMRX, interesting enough, it is holding that 150 line there. Let me revisit IMRX real quick. Ooh, no, IMRX, man. So we are doing what? Lower highs and lower lows on NQ, right? That's why I said this is a very tough area. Just look at the previous areas. It's showing you many hints, you know, on the 5-minute here. Hit wicks up, sell into it. Hey, wicks, sell into it. Hints, wicks, sell into it. One more time, wicks. Like, how many times do you have to fall for it until you actually wake up and see what's happening, right? Okay, so I think IMRX looking again better. So hers starting to move back at this line. Again, I think I had a 150 line I told you about. That one, I had a 153 line actually. So 153 area, about 153 to 150 kind of held. It's coming up back up towards this VWAP at 163. You know, people that bought at 153, they're gonna sell into 163. And then, you know, you want to see that thing kind of pop above the VWAP again and support. And then 164 line again. Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of hot setups right now. So just gonna have to sit on my hands for now, or on our hands, and maybe best time to do is just review some of your trades, what went well, what went wrong. You know, always better to do it, you know, in the moment, when you have a time, you know, because we say we're going to do it later, and then as entrepreneurs, as day traders or whatever, some of you guys are business owners, it doesn't always go as planned. That's just that's facts, right? Like if you want to run a business or anything, you have to expect that things are not going to go as planned. That's just reality. So if you always want things to go as planned, then you know, don't be a business owner, don't be an entrepreneur. Just stick to 9 to 5 and report to your boss, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you like that kind of route, there's nothing wrong with that. But for many of you guys know. All right. Well, we got 15, 17 minutes till the 10:30 mark. I'm just gonna watch IMRX here for now. I think BBLG is not completely dead yet, because this candle is actually still holding on, like I said, at that. This is the determination line area here. I might have been a candle or two off, but this is starting to. I don't want to really put too much hope on BBLG, but probably some day traders right now are looking at this lower high and lower low to stop, which sort of kind of happened here so far. See that lower low right there, previous low? It didn't get another low. So this could be a sign of potential reversal happening. So now you could go in and set a stop to make sure that it doesn't go below another new low. That would be it. Otherwise, you're gonna see this thing going below $3. BBLG. I don't know. This is kind of interesting. BBLG, watching closely. At the crossroads, let's just say that. RDHL 10 EMA is right at 50 EMA. So it could avoid that and deflect and bounce, or it will get the death cross right here and then drop all the way down. So that's also technically at the crossroads or whatever you want to call it. Kind of like I like this IMRX look a little bit. This 10 EMA is starting to kind of get closer to the 50. The only thing is, I just don't see IMRX having that much a reward right now with that VWAP on the way, and we saw so much struggle at 175 earlier. But you know, the lower the better entry on this one on IMRX. So now we had the Fed day yesterday at 2 p.m. So it was a slower day, and then following day today. It's the first day of August. Usually what I tell people is the first day of the month and the last day of the month, you kind of have to expect slow days. At least that's what my mind's programmed. So first day of the month and the last day of the month, I play it very safe. It's smart. Why? Because, well, first of all, think about it. First day of the month, you want to start off on a good note, right? It's just that nice victory note, like, wow, first month, first day, great start. It's gonna be a great month, right? And then last month too, last day of the month, like, okay, let's close strong. So with that being said, like when you say let's close strong, like let's not close red. Like at least like just even small gains is better than losing or no gains, right? So you have to remind yourself, hey, if you make like say $50, is $50 better than losing $700 and or $0, right? Yeah, I'd rather take something. So always keep that in mind. And sometimes, yeah, maybe your first month, first day or last day of the month, let's say it is red. It's okay. Well, at least, you know what? Don't beat yourself up. You got a brand new month ahead. Okay. You got a full month to prove yourself that you can turn this around. I mean, it's only one day of the month. So, all right. So it looks like NQ is going to come all the way down to the pink deviation line. The way that this is looking right now, this is looking, the only thing is it's just made a lower low. So, I mean, it'd be nice to test back at the pink deadline one more time. So as you can see, BBLG not doing too much. I pull my attention back to IMRX. You can see it's clearly having trouble still breaking 340. So
BRPS. Final. MST. IMDA. UGM. BRPS.
okay, so everyone just relax. We're just waiting for some opportunity, which I think RDHL is starting to come back up again. And God knows how the heck trade ideas works, but RDHL just magically disappeared on the gainers list. Just magically disappeared. Okay. Yeah. Where the heck did you go, buddy? And there's this NQ straight to the pink dev line. Going back to the wastelands. And we're coming to a pretty low area here. This could be a good dip opportunity because we just made a lower low here, just a hair below that previous low. So let's see, because this area needs to hold on up. Otherwise, yeah, you might get one more line down here, but this is a pretty good area. Anytime you make a lower low is a good bounce point area here. And look at that nice bounce there. Beautiful. Beautiful bounce there. You just want to get a quick scalp, you know, and then see if that pink deadline becomes support. Well, generally, it's just lock in. That's a big spike right there, right there. Just move back, bounce on up right there. Just a quick spike, and then expect this to come down to the next line here because it's still making lower highs and lower lows and still in a knife drop. You don't want to be holding a knife cash. You know, you just want to get in, get out quickly, and then so you don't get sliced up. Anyways, yeah, I just did a quick scalp there, but RDHL, you got a 60 cent coming on up. Like I said, that was our previous breakout point, so let's keep an eye on that good juicy area. Why don't we talk about some actual like max PT levels today on RDHL? I mean, this guy or gal or it has traded over 150 million of volume. Okay, so obviously it's a micro penny stock, but anything over 100 million is nice. And always got to double check with our good average volume, which only trades at 270,000 versus 150 million is a big deal for this Israel healthcare company. Now, obviously, is this company a great company? Hell no, it's not. It's trash company, unfortunately. But for today, this could be our little golden cookie, golden ticket to Willy Wonka, or where the heck his name is, to go to his chocolate factory. So 61 or 60 cents. I mean, let's give it some credit here. I mean, they apparently had some positive phase 3 data, right? So, you know, we got to give them at least a day to shine here before they get back to the sewers. Once in a while, folks, you know, the rats got to come out to get some sun. So looks like it came down as low as near that deviation 2 line. Body on the 5-minute candle, it needs to hold now support here at 19,485. And it needs to start reversing from there. So with that being said, you got 25 seconds. Wait for the next candle. See if that next candle opens above this line. Then that's going to be a good sign for a reversal and maybe a green candlestick again. If not, then I mean, we'll maybe get further down a little bit into the deviation 2 line. But I think generally that line is a good line to keep an eye on for support. RDHL, unfortunately, not getting the 60-cent break. So another rejection there. So no go for anything right now. It's just looking like everything's just draining down toilet. Market sinking down. It was decently green at the market opening, but slowly, steadily been losing gain. So we're about to go red on SPY because NASDAQ's pulling down. You know, 8:30 right today, we had the initial jobless claims and U.S. productivity. Obviously, that was at 8:30. We're done with that. We're already done with all the 10 o'clock ISM manufacturing, construction spending. Now tomorrow, what do we need to look for, folks? Tomorrow's Friday, Fast Money Friday, 8:30. Very important. U.S. employment report, U.S. unemployment rate. You have U.S. hourly wages, and then hourly wages year over year. So important day tomorrow. Gonna have to make sure that if you're coming here to trade tomorrow, be sharp. Don't come in here thinking it's already the weekend at the morning and, you know, you do loosey-goosey trades. So that means, yeah, tomorrow has a good opportunity for another nice runs in the market, meaning don't blow all your ammunition today because today's, I mean, it's already coming to an end here in about 30 minutes. So we got about before I get off, but we got 4 minutes and then we're going to take a 10-minute stretch break. I think from what I see, you know, you got great opportunities now on BBLG 501 now. So as we predicted, like I said, it's going to go below $3 and here it is. What's the low of the day? 297. Okay. Wait, so a little bit below the $3. That's what we want. And then start establishing buyers coming back in. Okay. All right, let's get rid of this line because it's already cracked. Imagine all the guys out there that don't understand the 500 EMA, that don't understand all of this thing. You know what they're doing? They're flying blind. They're buying blind and they're losing money without understanding. That's why you have to be part of a what? Trading community that like knows what the heck they're doing. Not only not know what they're doing, but they're actually making money. So make sure you guys are staying plugged in and keep learning. That's you got to be a student of the market every day. Don't try to think I know it all and all that. I don't think like that either. I don't think I know it all. I think I still have a lot of things that I don't know about, but whatever I'm doing right now is working. So I'm gonna stick to that. And if I see anything new coming up, and because markets change, and so it's all just like pattern recognitions. Some things at certain seasons won't stop. It will stop working. It won't work as well. So you have to start, taking out a different weapon. Some days, some wars you go into, little swords are not going to cut it. You gotta need to bring some battle axes. You gotta need to start using mace. So it's just gotta be different sometimes. But it's not like it changes like every day or anything. But you just have to be aware of that. There's gonna be changes in the markets due to different reasons, political reasons, economic reasons, multiple different types of, different sectors that are changing or some big news happening in certain one stock or whatever. Lots of variables. All right, so looks like it's still lower highs. Just couldn't reverse and get a green candle here. So it's gonna make most likely a lower low here at this rate, making the death cross. Lower highs, lower lows. Okay, BBLG is a good, really low point area. I think RDHL is also selling down at 200. Like I said, that's the hero EMA for RDHL. RDHL hero EMA is 200 on the one on this one. So watching closely in this area for reversal. And that's it. So, all right, I'm done talking for now. Watch BBLG and RDHL, our top two plays today. Look for reversals. They're coming down to a very good support levels, especially BBLG, since that is the lowest point, 500 EMA. We'll be taking a 10-minute stretch break, and then around 10:40, I'll be back on the mic for the 20 minutes before 11 a.m. rubber death time. All right, guys, so we're back. And it looks like not a whole lot in terms of like setups. At least BBLG is still right at the 500 EMA. So maybe you can give it another 20 minutes to see if we can get some, you know, some volume back in here. Obviously the RDHL is another one to look at because it is kind of sort of coming back up towards the VWAP. Same lines, 57 and 60. Um, but besides that, I think this is going to be pretty much it right now because market opened up green and then we're now red. So market's dropping, it's slipping down. It's Nasdaq's now 54 points. SPY follow the right, so that's red. Dow Jones have been red, more red now. So with that being said, I think it's better to just, hey man, like make some money, lock it in. Not a big crazy trading day for me either, so that's okay. I'd rather take something than nothing. If you felt like you still need to make something because you didn't pull the trigger, I'd say call it quits for the day. All the big opportunities already kind of come and went. I say save your ammunition for tomorrow, mañana. Mañana we got Fast Money Friday happening, so it'll be fun day I think tomorrow, and then we got the weekend. I'll be uploading this week's recorded YouTube sessions on YouTube. Hopefully, you guys are taking your time on the weekend just to kind of go through those sessions, even if you were there, just to review them again. If you missed it, great way to catch up and see what stocks moved up and how they ran and all that good stuff. All right. I think I want to play one more time on BBLG, just one more shot because we're at a really pretty low level here, man. So, I mean, I have some profits today. I'm gonna just use house money for the remaining time left. If this does get a $3 candle break here. So, um, uh, again, just man, I don't know. It's just still so slow, but it's worth a try here because it's at the lowest of the low. So on the EMA wise. So once we get that candle break at $3, I like to see this thing, really reversing on up. But if the $3 doesn't break, then no go. So because this 500 EMA, the way the market is looking right now, it just may not even hold the 500 EMA. It could crack. So right now, just waiting for that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this is my last trade unless RDHL. No, I think I'm done with RDHL. I mean, it can do another VWAP roll, but it's already done like once, twice, third time got rejected. Like, I'm just gonna focus on one stock right now on BBLG, and you know what? It goes, it goes. If it doesn't go, then it's what it is. Right now, the low of the day here on this guy is 290. So if this guy makes another low below 290, most likely it's going to keep on doing the same pattern, lower highs and lower low, and uh, just give all his gains back, I guess. This is up 35% now for the day. So NQ, non-stop bleeding, not a single green candle to be in sight. So what does that mean? Well, it's tough right now for the bulls. There's not many bullish opportunities. You can only probably just do quick scalps. So until you see that full body candle start reversing, wedging out, until then, you're gonna have to sit on your hands, or if you're on the short side, then you're gonna keep on sticking on the short side. But rough time right now for the bulls. Yeah, I think tomorrow will be better. But again, tomorrow you have to come in here early, be ready to go. I would say let's get some plenty of night to sleep tonight, and then uh really just try to make the most out of it early in the morning and then go enjoy our weekend. Because we're already in the month of August, September, October, November, December, folks. We only got 5 months till the end of the year. And then we're heading into 2025. Next line on NQ is right here, coming down to 19,325 line there. I'm gonna start cleaning up some older plays. Like, let's see, we got a PRFX earlier for a 45-cent break. Let's pull that one up real quick on my end and then see if there's any potential today left. Just lacking in volume. I don't know if I want to stick. I'm not gonna stick around today for this stuff, unfortunately. So I'm gonna retract PRFX. Almost trying for $3 right now. We're testing $3. We need to close of it. Don't get faked out. Wait for the closing of 3. We build $3 support, then we can go and risk 10 cents below all the way to like 289. So we're looking better right now, BBLG. But we gotta close above it. Confirmation is required. Okay, BBLG. It's trying. I just need to see more volume. So good thing about this guy is 10 EMA is curling up now, and like to see that crossing above the 25 EMA and head towards the 50 EMA, 50 EMA to 200 EMA to VWAP. That's ideally what I want to see. Obviously, from here, a max CT would be towards this 340 line again. That's ideal area. And now, okay, so like I said, BBLG $3. Ideally new support. We're watching and then not risking below 290, which would make new low of day. So and then head towards VWAP to 3.40. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you guys my outline here. Because right now I'm just not confident right now in this BBLG because the volume's just not kicking in. So I didn't take that personally, guys. I need to make sure this close above $3. So if you're in though, decide to take some in. I'm not saying it's not gonna be dead yet, but you just know that don't risk below 290 because you don't want to see another low of the day. 290 is a low. So just FYI. I will take this entry if I see that Heikin Ashi candle closing above $3 right now. It's all wicks. It might look like it closed on the regular candlestick on the Heikin Ashi. It's wicks. So pay attention to that, please. Okay. Yeah, just I think everything's dead. I haven't heard from Holly in a while. Since 10:48, it's 10:54 now. So it's like a pause in the market at the moment. Oh, speak of the devil. Now she speaks as soon as I say she hasn't spoken anything since 10:48. Good Lord. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a day. This slowness is starting to drive me nuts, I think, and there's only 5 minutes left. So I think the best thing to do, guys, honestly, is just, I take a break here and if BBLG does get this $3 candle break, yeah, this is gonna be my last trade, but I'll be here for like another hour here and there at the house, and then I gotta leave, and then I'll be back later in the afternoon, but I don't trade in the afternoon, so pretty much gonna call it a day here for now. So take care, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. God bless you all. Stay safe, and let's close off on a great note tomorrow on a Fast Money Friday. All right. Take care, guys.